All right, welcome to the Pro Tools Tips video from Lilac Writer. And this time we're going to continue on with multi-track drums with the setup for multi-track drums. I'm using drum loops here. This really applies to any sort of situation where you have multi-track drums. And we've already set up and renamed the tracks. And this time we're going to do some grouping to make editing and mixing a little more easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is pick all the tracks and create an edit group, because you don't want to edit these different mics of drums separately or you wind up with phasing issues. So I'm going to select basically all the tracks here. I'm going to hold down Shift and select those and go into the group feature here and just say new group. I could have used Command G on that. And we're going to make this into an edit group, not a mix group, because an edit group, any edits that I do, I've just created that group. Any edits that I do now on one region will pick up all the tracks. So say I did a drag move on this. You can see all the tracks go along for the ride. And that's useful, but it's even more useful when you start to do splits. You know, say I put here and I wanted to start rearranging and I use B and cut a little piece out. I don't want to get those different drum mics out of sync. So we've got that set up. Now let's go to the mixer and just take a look at what we've got with the mixer. We can get there with Command equals, like always in Pro Tools. And on here we've got 2 kicks, 3 snares, 1 hi-hat, 3 toms. The overheads in the previous video we combined to stereo tracks, so they're all set. But these other ones, we're going to want to create some mix groups so that the faders will be connected together. So let's start with the kicks, and we'll do a new group, and we'll call this kicks, and we want only the kicks in there. If you selected them before you went in, you'd have that. And this is going to be strictly a mix group. And linked within the group is the mute and solos. And we might want these, but for now, we're going to leave that alone. All right, so now back over on the mixer. These are connected together. All right, so they're connected together, but if you wanted to change them relative to each other, then you hold down Control on the Mac, and then you can adjust one or the other, and then when you let go of Control, so that's how you adjust the relative mix within a group once you've got that set. All right, let's continue and create another new group for the snares. We're going to use Command G this time. I'm going to select the first snare over here, and then I'll hold Shift and select the next one. And then from here, I'm just going to hit Command G. And now we'll do the same sort of a mix group for the snares. And then we'll do another one here. We'll do another one for the toms. Actually, I can just name those if I want to be a little more organized about it. So we've got the toms group. And then, like I said before, the overheads are all set to go. All right, so the groups are also visible on the mixer. So if we hit this little arrow, it pops open the tracks and the group window. And using this, we can decide whether we want to display the edit groups, the mix groups, or even all of the different groups. And if you click in here and it highlights that group, then it enables it or disables it. So you can see here with my snare group, right now it's enabled. But if I click over here, that will disable it, and I can move these independently. And like I said before, Control on the Mac will override the group as long as you hold down Control, and then that allows you to do a relative mix of those parts. So let's just rewind a little bit at the end here, and we'll do just a little bit of mixing. And if I want a little more ambience, I can add some of this room back in. It's a nice effect. Well, that's all we're going to do with the setup this time. Obviously, if you're doing a mix setup, you'd start to add your compressors, gates, and your other effects into the inserts. But we don't want to do that yet because we want to keep the session nice and lightweight while we're continuing to edit and maybe add overdub parts. But this is a nice basic setup. And then the next video, we might introduce some elastic audio to help us with multi-track drum editing. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much.